Welcome back, everybody. Uh, Today we're going to be riding Route 47 from 618 there in Parkersburg. As you can see there, you can jump on 50. Most people jump off 50 right there. And ride it clear to Linn down here on 33. There's all kinds of crossroads and different ways here, but this is a good route, a big route. So let's get started here. Right there's Linn and 33 right there. So right here we're pulling off 618 on the 47 here. Now this is where 47 actually starts. And then, but like I said, most of your people that are riding or going somewhere or whatever are coming off of 50 up here or jumping back on 50 depending on how you ride the you ride the route there. So there's a gas station there. There's plenty of gas stations throughout. You know, dead center there of the ride. There's, I mean, woods and stuff. So, but you can make it on a normal tank of gas. That being said, I was just trying to look here to see the mileage because I can't remember. You're looking at about 62 miles from end to end, and about an hour and 25 minutes. So, yeah, at least have enough gas for 62 miles. Right here's all your 50 and 77 and interchange stuff. So, all that stuff's well marked. Or you can jump off here and come this way. But this is a really nice ride. This is one of the ones I want to do for a long time. Cause it crosses pretty much. Oh, sorry. It crosses pretty much every aspect of West Virginia. You know, you got some busy city streets, backpack country, and riding alongside the rivers and stuff. This is just a really enjoyable ride. There's times and places where the here's another um, yeah, your different routes right here. I can't remember. I was trying to look at it, but like I said before, I'm looking at a business card size screen. When you have to do the voiceover, it's this little tiny screen. Makes me so mad. Like I said before, I need to get a new editor. I just haven't. It's kind of a pain. But anyways, yeah, there's all your routes there. Your 77, 50 and things. Your on and your off ramps. Oh man, there's another gas station down here on this end, like your northern end in Parkersburg there. It is it's pretty busy road. So just keep that in mind. You know, the traffic dies down further down further down the road we go here. But this ride is it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's well worth the time. You know, I don't know where. It depends on where you start at. You know, if you live in Weston, you're going to start on the south side. But it's, I mean, because you can come up this, you know, this makes a very good circle ride. Because you can ride this up to 50, then ride 50 back. Like if you live in Weston and, hit 16, 74, any of the roads that we've done, we've done on the video before. or you can ride south on 77 to back to 33 and ride 33 out, or 14, you know. So, but yeah, this is definitely a great route, and it goes everywhere. So, you know, you can go anywhere off a good route right like this. So, but there's some really good looking stuff on this road too. The scenery is very nice. I was trying to see what that was, but no, this is very enjoyable. Now this video is a little bit longer because, like I said, this was like an hour and 25 minutes. So I couldn't cut out everything. I don't like cutting out stuff in the videos anymore. I try to, just do the fast forwarding stuff. So, but we got some. I don't know if I should have put this out in two videos. Uh, maybe not. I don't know. But I have two uh, Route Two coming up. It'll have to be two videos. That's from Parkersburg, well, roughly from Parkersburg to Chester. Um, that's a big road, so it'll have to be two videos. You guys can let me know how you if you like that or not. Look at that, that's gorgeous. Uh, yeah, having you know breaking it up in multiple videos to keep the videos small or whatever. You know, I myself would rather have the shorter videos and just multiple. But yeah, you guys comment about that and let me know, because that's something that I can do either way. It just depends. But yeah, this road here has a lot of great scenery. It's a very enjoyable ride. Now, the whole ride or the whole road does not is not like this. So, I mean, like I said, it goes back and forth through pretty much everything that you would think you would see in backroads of West Virginia. So there's another gas station there. Tried to see what route that was. I never did see a route sign. So, but yeah, and like there's not a lot of big truck traffic on this road. Uh, but for the most part, everybody does the speed limit, and the speed limit is, I think, 55 for the most part, 45 in the little towns and stuff. So, it's like I said, get right on down with the get down there on that road. So, very enjoyable. Yeah, this for the most part, the road's not really rough. You can see in places it's cracked or broken or whatever, but it's actually in pretty good shape. For the most part, you'll have a rough section here or there, but there's nothing completely and utterly dangerous or anything. There is a bridge on this road, and I'll point it out. But it was like it was so slick. I don't know what was on top of it. It was almost like it was grating at one time when they filled it in, and it was wet. So it was just weird. But I'll point that out. Just when you see that bridge, slow down, because it was not. It was not a good thing. I'd been flying, I'd probably rolled her down. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of farmland, a lot of open country, river run. So, like I said, very enjoyable ride. The road was actually really clean, uh, especially for all the different counties it rolls through. Uh, there's plenty of places to pull off if if you got a group and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a really pretty country down through there. It to me, it's a very good road to ride. It's one of those that probably should, especially if you know that's it's close for you. So uh, yeah, like every once in a while, one of it opens up, like the valley opens up. Man, it's really nice, super enjoyable. There's a lot of towns and I don't know if you'd call them towns, like little huddles of houses and maybe a little country store or something there down through here. Uh, it really surprised me. Like you would think you'd jump on a back road like this and it would be just like woods and stuff all the way down through, but no, like it's pretty well broke up. Like you got your little sections of tree on each side. Right here's that bridge. Like this was super sketchy. I didn't even think about it and I hit it and I felt like I was on marbles all the way across it. And it was wet too. I mean, it had rained the day before, but surely that bridge should have been dry before then, but I don't know. So just be careful coming down through there and you see that green bridge. It's the only one there, so but yeah, that was about the most dangerous part of the actual riding of the road. So just keep that in mind. It's not a cool place right there. That was I can't remember what that was. There's a couple little cutoffs off of this road. Nothing like up here at the very end, or when you get almost to the end there. 18 cuts off of this. 74 cuts off of this, both north and so I mean, you can run a circle right there. Like I said, it just depends on where you're riding from. But there's a lot of nice farmland on this. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of truck traffic. Uh, Not really a whole lot of traffic whatsoever down this way on this side of it. Just a lot of good riding and decent views. Like it was. I'll say it again. Super enjoyable. You know. Sometime here, I don't know when I'll get around to it. 33 west, like starting west and ride it all the way to it ends there or whatever at 77 or at the state line. I can't remember if it ends at 30 at 77 or if it ends at the state line. You would think I knew these things, but I can't. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Uh, Something like it. I'm looking. What? Well, it goes over 277. It says it's running with 77. I don't like that. Anyways, yeah, sorry. Um, so yeah, we're going to at least run that too. Ride 33 to 77. I'll look it up here in a minute. I mean, I've read that before. I don't know if I've ever paid attention to the fact it runs 77 north, but whatever. But yeah, there's a decent bit of companies and stuff out this road too. You wouldn't really think, I guess. In my mind, I didn't think there would be because it's way out here. But like this right here is pretty nice. It just opens up like unexpectedly. You're like, holy cow, where did that come from? So, but yeah, that's pretty good views. So if you there's a 16. How did I forget about that? Like it actually crosses uh 47 right up here, and there's a little, I don't know, gas station slash restaurant, and that's like the hub. You know what I mean? Everybody always stops there, but you got your gas station and little eatery, and 16's coming. You know, it's split. We've already done 16 through there, so if you remember that where we jumped on it's like it jumps on 47 for like an eighth of a mile and goes south. But I don't know, I had never been on the northern side of this, like the first, I don't know, 20-ish miles. I don't know why, I just had no reason to go to Parkersburg that way or be in Parkersburg in that direction. Now down here where like the 16 and 18 stuff like it is, I've been there on it 100 times, but never on the northern side, or I guess it would be the western side, really. But yeah, it's pretty easy road too. None of the turns are like jackknifey or anything like that. So, like I said, super enjoyable ride. Very, uh, very easy. Here's where 16 comes in. Here's that little where the gas station and little eatery. I don't want to call it a restaurant because I don't know if it is or not. But 16 North, take you up to Harrisville. It's right there. You run that up to Harrisville or right here. Take 16 South, and that can run you all the way down to Big Otter, exit 40 on 79. So there's a lot on this road. Just because it's out in the middle of nowhere doesn't mean it's not useful, you know. See, oh, something's trying to kill me. So this, like, I love it when these back roads open up to ridge lines. Oh man, and they're all open like that. There's several of them over in this area. I think 16 was a lot like that. On the northern side, the closer to 50 side, and when it opens up to big open areas and stuff, I really like it. I think it's awesome until the wind blows and you go clear off the other side of the road. But this road up here, well, let me think. I think it gets really really windy. If this is it, like I said, I can't remember. Um, on the downhill side there, it's really enjoyable, especially on the bike. I don't know if I've ever brought this up before. I thought I did. I put these videos out. You got a really good view right there. If you're coming uh, northbound on there, you could see for a good ways. There's a very nice big open valley down through there. But I put these out for riders and stuff. Just to give them a little shot of the road and give them a heads up on stuff that you can run into on the road. But you know, it doesn't have to be um, bike riders and stuff. Like you know, we used to take drives out old 2-lane roads and stuff. Take the kids out and just see what we could see, or take a long trip out a 2-lane to go somewhere. That way you could see more stuff, and that's like these roads here. Like this connects with like 33, 18, 16, and there's a lot of places you can go off of. Just doing that. Like 16, my gosh, it runs from, I think it starts in Beckley and runs to St. Mary's. Um, this is all of 47 right here on this. I can't remember what the mileage was on it, but it was, I think, in the 60s, something like that. I might be wrong, but I said it earlier in the video, and I can't remember what I said now. But like this road here runs from like Linn to Parkersburg, and then like 18, you can run. Let's see how many miles that was. Yeah, it was 62 miles. So that road's 62 miles long. But like 18, it starts on this road up here, and then it runs clear to, I believe it's right above St. Mary's. On to, I can't remember why can't I. It. Oh man, it goes to Sistersville and ends in Sistersville. But you run in any of those roads, and like you can go out on the river, see that stuff. I'll tell you what, and it'll be coming out in the next few videos. I rode 2. I'm sorry, man. I am dying here. Uh, I rode 2 from like right after it turns. You get off 77. Yeah, right off after you get off 77. Or sorry, I had to go get a drink. Man, I was dying. I don't know what happened. Right below Waverly there, and rode it clear to I think it was Chester. I think I said this already, but it's been a minute. I had to pause and go do, oh my goodness. Had to pause and go do stuff. So probably already forgot half the stuff I talked about it. But anyways, as back to what I was saying, like anybody just wants to get out and do a day drive, take the family out and look at stuff. I hope, they see something on this and they're like, man, I'd like to go see that or go look at that area. And, that's not the 100% purpose of these videos, but if, that'd be great. You don't have to ride a bike to, enjoy, the beauty and stuff, the back roads of this state and stuff. And get out and just go do stuff, explore, see everything. I mean, I've crossed, like, there was parts too that I rode that I'd never been through some of those towns. Like I'd never been on the West Virginia side of the Ohio River, north of Wheeling. Um, in a couple little spots there, but nothing like I'd never been in Chester and all that stuff. And I'd been in Ohio up there, like East Liverpool and stuff like that, riding, but never on West Virginia. And there was some really awesome towns. Like we rode through a lot of nice towns, like old towns. It was awesome. But anyways, like this ride right here, like there's, if you live within, half an hour of this road, and you want to go out and look at stuff, there's a lot of very nice views and natural beauty on this road. And like I said, it is very easy to make a circle ride out of this, because if you're actually go out and ride and stuff, 99% of bikers don't really like taking the same road that they rode on. Like if you ride somewhere, you want another way to go out. So, like you can do all kinds of rides off of this. That's kind of what I was saying there earlier, and I never got my point across. But like, you can make a big story if you live in Glenville. You go out 5, go up 16 east on 50 or 47, and come right back down 33. And that'd probably be a couple-hour ride. And you can take 47 over and to Mineral Wells, and right below Parkersburg here, and come back down and go through some back roads and hit 33 and go back. There's just a lot. I'm gonna try to start pointing that out in the videos. You know what I mean? The rides that you can do off of this. I used to do like if I had a few hours or something, I'd always do like 50 to 18, 18 to 47, 47 to 33, ride 33 all the way back to 19 right there in Weston, take 19 back to Clarksburg, then 50. So, and that's a couple hour ride, and it's very, very enjoyable. Yeah, right here was what I was talking about earlier, the turns in the road and stuff. There's several, and like the views here are pretty nice for, it's farmer or whatever keeps that hillside cleaned off and stuff and runs livestock on it. So, but it's beautiful country back in there. I really enjoy 47. Like this end of it, I've ridden it a lot, and I always enjoy it. But the road itself's in really good shape. I mean, you're not going to have any big cave-ins or anything else like that. No big washouts in the road. You might get some debris here and there, but it's nothing serious. Most of the ditch lines are pretty deep and clean for the most part. Now, just take that for what it is. If you try to do this after a big storm or something, like I always say, kind of watch the area that you're going to go riding in. I wouldn't plan on going riding into a town that just got, 6 inches of rain in the last 2 days. But like you don't really see too much scenery like that around here. I don't know. It's just I don't know if years ago it was clear cut and then the farmland was just kept up and ran cattle or whatever on to keep it that clean. But it's really cool to look at. And out here towards the end, there's a huge farm out here where 47 meets 33. It's something else now. Like I said, you know what I mean. I repeat myself a bunch, but I really enjoy this ride. Right there is what was it, 74? I cannot believe. I was even sitting there like it's coming up, it's coming up. Then I forgot all about what it was. I'm telling you what, my mind is going. I've got 1,000 things going. Yeah, that was 74. If you take that right there and head north there, it'll take you to Pennsboro. Um, I have done that. That's one of the videos. You can check that one out. That is a very enjoyable ride also. That yeah, like that runs up to Pennsboro, then runs up and dead ends there on 18 North. That's another one of those roads, like I said, that you can make a big circle right out of that. Yeah, once again, like this kind of stuff here is what I like seeing. Big open areas and well taken care of. It's makes the ride that much nicer. And this is the ride, like you seen, there was several sharp turns, but they were all wide and they were all clean. Like sometimes when you run into them 15-mile-an-hour turns, like people that pull trailers, like getting over into the berm and getting all the rock up on the off the shoulder kicked up on the road. I never ran into that much. I don't know if I ever have on this road here. Most of your turns are wide enough to you know keep you out of the gravels. So, but like I said, you can see a lot of this road. I don't remember how much I cut out of this. I did cut some. Most of it was, just riding alongside trees and guardrail for an extended period of time with nothing to look at. So, but I did not cut anything important. You seen a big log there in the ditch line. Every so often you'll see that, but this isn't a road where I would concern myself riding the white line. For 98% of it, you're safe. Um, but yeah, I forgot what I was talking about before I seen that log. Just don't know. So yeah, we're getting closer to the end here, and that car pulling out of that driveway, I was fast forwarding through it, but like she just kept slow rolling up to the edge of the driveway. I was watching the whole time. I thought she was still gonna pull out in front of me, but like I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but there's like this is really awesome road to ride. And right here is your 18. It's kind of weird. 18 turns off to the left there, and you got to make his hard, like 20-mile-an-hour turn right here, and then just continue on down through here. This is a cool little town here. There's some nice little, like Troy. I think Troy is right up here and stuff too. There's no, I don't think anything in them other than, yeah, that's Troy right there. There's a school and a church, and that's about it. But I always like that little town. There's never anything going on there, but still a cool little town. But I don't. There's not really a whole lot to say, especially this ended up being a really long video, and it's I think the longest one I've made. It was too short to leave to make too long to I didn't want to cut a lot out of it. That's why there was a little bit more fast forward. And I don't think I cut 10 minutes out of this video. But I know I was just talking about that, but I just wanted to, I don't think I ever said a number. And it's not a real trafficy road at all. I don't remember the last time I passed a car. That just passing that car made me think about that. Right up here on the right hand side, it's like an old. I don't think it's a one of them century farms or anything. That old farmhouse has been there forever, and it's kept up, and no one lives there, but it's kept up, and it's real nice. I just like stuff like that. Like if you know, you got your grandparents' farm or something like that, and you got the old farmhouse, even if you don't want to live there, kind of keep it up, kind of preserve it, I guess is what I was saying. But that was, I mean, that's always been a nice place, and that's a nice little, like there's these weird flowers that grow there and stuff. But this is what I was talking about. Like, look how wide open this is. We're just like a mile from the road now. I try to look at that the best I can. But I appreciate you guys watching the video there, and continue to like it and share and comment. Tell me things. I know sometimes I repeat a lot, so that I don't really mean to, but here we are. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and keep checking out the videos. Be safe out there.